going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 168 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Thursday, February 25th, 2021. I'm your host, Ken Pescator, joined by my co-host, Adam Tuttle. Adam, yo, what's up?
Trainers,
How are you?
trainers, listen to these mics. Listen to our voices. My mouth is like on the mic, and I can barely see my waveforms.
Well, what's going on, everyone? Hope everyone had an amazing week, a good Kanto Tour experience. I can't wait to talk about it. There's a lot to talk about.
Holy guacamole.
Yeah, so we'll recap the Kanto Tour from the top and just kind of share our experiences with the event. The season of Legends has been announced, and we'll break down what you can expect at least over the next month.
I mean, it sounds legendary. I don't know. I don't know.
It's very legendary. No, it's I'm trying to put Therian, whatever. But yeah, we'll break all that down. Niantic has also posted their March update, and we have the early details on like a bunch of new events coming. Thursday night events. We've got new event types. It's the month looks stacked already, which is pretty exciting. Go Battle League Season 7 has been announced. Again, that's going to be, obviously running, side by side with the Season of Legends. So we'll talk about what we know, so far. We don't have like a move update yet. We don't have the full schedule, but we do have some exciting stuff that they've announced. And then we'll review our Poke the Bear conversation we had over on Twitter with the event. Yeah, with the topic being event transparency. So Kanto Tour, while it was this amazing event, it had some issues with the way the info was communicated to trainers. So we'll kind of talk about
it created this ghastly effect.
It was a little bit of a ghastly effect. It was pouring gas on the fire. If you it was they hyped this event up for a long time. So when you're stretching out marketing over like months, when you're like in the news all the time, like we are, or like some of the hardcore players on Twitter, it's very difficult because you're just waiting for update, and then it's just like update after update after update, and you're like, shit, this event still is 2 months away.
I need an update on my updates. All right, Ken, tell me about this Kanto Tour.
All right. Well, like I said, there was events leading up to this. That's an important thing to talk about. All those fucking celebration events, the Team Go Rocket, then we had Lunar New Year and Valentine's Day, but all that stuff was like culminating and preparing us for Kanto. So 9:00 on Saturday morning, like as the clock turned over and the Kanto Tour begun, there was like this absolutely ridiculous, overwhelming amount of challenges stacked in the Today View, and we also had our special research. It was like, I think every trainer simultaneously was looking at their phone and went, holy shit. Like, it was that kind of vibe. Like, Adam, I'm very interested to hear, what your initial impression of like turning your phone on and getting into the game after 9:00, like that initial feeling. I know that you had work. So like seeing all that
after waking up and then being stuck on TikTok videos for, a good 45 minutes, I eventually turned on the game. No, I'm totally joking. I did wake up probably, I guess I didn't turn on my phone until around like 9:10.
What?
I forgot.
Dude, you missed a solid 10 minutes.
You're telling me, because then I looked at it, and exactly like you said, I was like, hey, this is ridiculous. There's no way I'm going to finish this. And so I just stopped. I was like, I guess I'll start by catching a few things, and maybe I can catch a shiny right off the bat. No such luck. I forgot to put on an Incense.
Oh, come on.
No, during so I still had to shower, and so I couldn't do anything while I'm in the shower. Oh yeah, let me just take my Go Plus in there, while I'm washing my hair and scrubbing my body.
Put that shit in a Ziploc bag.
That's not worth it.
I'm doing that shit. That's brilliant. I'm doing it.
I'm gonna put it on the inside of my loofah, and use
No,
it
but
as a
like, was
loofah.
it? I mean, but I think that it's cool to talk about like that initial
Scrub and catch, scrub
that
and catch,
that
scrub and
initial
catch.
like wow factor of seeing everything, all the collection challenges, all the different raid and trade and all that shit, the
Yeah,
evolution
I
thing.
did get out early though. I did get out and was able to get in like an hour of play beforehand, which was not nearly enough. And
All right, well let me
yeah,
let me
just
let
keep
me
going.
start talking about my day, and I was able to play
No,
the
you're
whole
not allowed
day,
to play. You're not allowed to
but
take this game more
so
seriously.
once I kind of like regained my bearings, right, and started the grind, like I quickly realized, because I'm surrounded by Pokestops where I was playing in Red Bank, that the NPCs were fucking everywhere. And in the beginning, it was like, this is really freaking cool. They looked awesome. You get this cute little thing. You see their name. It's like, all right, this is cool. And we needed to battle the NPCs as part of the special research. So it was great because they're all over the place. We didn't have to really hunt them down, and we could get through our special research. But what I slowly started to realize was that even after the special research was complete and you didn't have to battle these things anymore, they're still there and they're everywhere. So I couldn't imagine playing this event without a Go Plus, like without some form of Go Plus or Pokeball Plus, because trying to spin stops where when you have to like skip through all the dialogue, and sometimes it even bypasses you, allowing you to spin the disc. It just goes right into the dialogue. It had to be brutal for people that didn't have something to spin for them. But what did you think of
I
the
cannot
NPCs?
imagine
Because
that.
right. What did you think of the NPCs though? Did you
My only
like?
interaction with them was after I got out of work.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, like I was staring at that battle 3 NPCs.
right.
I don't got time for this. I got to go to work.
Nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But yeah, that was again just part of that, like this wall of tasks, like in the Today view, was just fucking out of control. It was so cool. But yeah, man, that the NPCs were everywhere. They were fucking like everywhere. And I wasn't necessarily expecting them to be tied to Pokestops like Team Go Rocket. Like I almost thought they would just kind of like be on the map, like stand alone, and you would click on them. Because then if they were able to do something like that, then
Yeah, cuz players
you
like
wouldn't tie
me,
up to stop.
where I didn't have any Pokestops while at work, it would have helped me complete some tasks, let me tell you.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about it when we get to Poke the Bear.
All right,
But
I'll let you keep
no, but
going.
there a lot of people were saying like what would have been nice is if these NPCs could have come through balloons. So people that couldn't get out or couldn't get to stops still had, a shot at doing it. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
there was an
we'll get
NPC
there, but
balloon.
you know,
Oh
they
yeah.
learn they can learn from this, you
Dude,
know.
of course. No, definitely. But I do want to just kind of spitball with you on a couple things from the event, and I know that you only got to play a couple hours total, but the first thing I want to talk about was the fact that regional Pokemon were raid exclusive. So this wasn't overtly clear leading into the event, and people didn't realize that the collection challenges would require you to do raids. Now they gave us fucking 9 raid passes and 3 remote raid passes, right? So they gave us plenty. But the problem being there was a lot of raids to do. I think was it 8 total or 10 total? I don't know, something like that, 8 or 10.
There was a bunch, definitely.
But this is an interesting thing to talk about because during the 9 to 9 window, right? You have like obviously more shit happening in game. But when you're looking at the raid challenge in the Today view, it shows, the window that goes out to the 28th, since all these collection challenges stretch out. So you have time to complete them.
And that's
So,
something that I did not pay attention to
well,
for a fact.
fast forward to the end of the event. And of course, we'll talk about the event more. But fast forward to the end of the event, and all the regional raid Pokemon stop appearing in raids. So if you didn't raid Kangaskhan during the actual Kanto Tour, you were fucked. So everyone was like, whoa, like, what the hell? Like, this is right. You should have communicated differently. And thank goodness Niantic reacted. They updated the blog. They put the Pokemon back in raids. They tweeted out, like, great news, trainers. The regional Pokemon are back in raids. It's like,
Those Pokemon we took
huzzah!
from you, we're given right back.
Well, because people couldn't finish the shit. And it's like a lot of people were prioritizing Mewtwo during the Kanto Tour. So it was like, I'll do the Kangaskhan later. I'll do the Farfetch'd later. And it's like, someone's going to miss out on completing something because on like a 1-star Farfetch'd, like, that would hurt so bad. So they did fix that, but that's something I definitely wanted to talk about. And a lot of that chatter we'll kind of cover in Poke the Bear. The rarity of new shinies like Snorlax and the Hitmons and Spearow.
Paris.
Dude,
Spearow.
like these Pokemon were fucking non-existent. Like the Hitmons were around, but like even Snorlax, they put fucking Snorlax in raids, and I see more Snorlax when there's not an event than during the Kanto event. It's like they were just fucking rare. But it was funny. Everyone online saying like this shiny Pokemon does not exist. Like this is not a real thing.
And it's like
this is a myth.
How out of so many players, out of so many
So
participating
few.
players, only a couple.
Well, dude,
It doesn't even make sense.
But it's not like a community day where you're having, catching 500 of them. Even the most hardcore grinder might only catch 100.
There should be a healthy mix. I can tell you that all the shinies I got were old shinies.
Were community day shinies?
Yeah, they were all old shinies. Oh, I did go plus a shiny Hitmonchan. So that's legit.
That's sexy. That's awesome.
But
I definitely have a tinfoil hat theory. So it seemed like the shiny rate was better when you go plus. Like I think it was 80% of my shinies that I caught were go plus, and it's like I was go plussing and hand catching all day. And then it just seems like I was go plussing more shinies than catching. And like I saw someone else talking about that, and everyone was like, yeah, that kind of happened that way for me when I was actually catching on screen. I wasn't seeing shit for shinies, but I would have like a stretch of an hour with the go plus, and then you check the shinies and you got 2 or 3. It's like, what the hell?
My first shiny was a Tangela, and the only shiny I saw, like
That's
that was, I saw that like as I was leaving my house for work. The second one was like halfway through the event. I just happened to open my phone on a whim and just like click on a Porygon, and it was shiny.
Nice.
And so I'm like, okay. And then I got 2 Geodude, 2 Bellsprout, 2 Pinsir, a Meowth. Okay, I didn't have a Meowth, a normal Meowth, so like that's okay. But I also got a Vulpix and a Weedle. And then like I said, I go plus the Hitmonchan, which was like, okay. And yes, I did get the shiny Ditto, but everybody else got the shiny Ditto too.
Sure.
Exciting.
No, it was like, and I like when common Pokemon or like mundane Pokemon like Spearow. Now when I see a Spearow spawn, I'm like, oh shit, touch. It's like I'm trying to, check it as fast as I fucking can. It's like I love when the vibe of a Pokemon turns around like that. Like when Shiny Pidgey came out, it was like, yes, you would see a Pidgey and be excited. I love that shit. So it was cool going after Spearow. You just didn't fucking see him. And it's like, you couldn't even tell. For me, I'm seeing like the same amount of Hitmonchan as Hitmonlee. And I'm like, I thought these were supposed to be like
I thought they were versioned. Yeah.
I know.
That was one thing that I seriously got like genuinely like upset about. In my head, I said to myself, I got this so I could get one or the other. Like
it wasn't exclusive spawn. It was like a higher chance of being shiny in this version. So it didn't necessarily exclude them from the other version.
But that's still so weird,
I know.
Like, it would have given people more incentive to trade. I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, I reached out to my community and said, "Hey, does anybody want to trade?" And nobody wants to trade.
Yeah. That's the worst.
So
dude,
that's what I'm stuck on is the collection challenge for like the trading the Pokemon.
What? Are you fucking kidding me,
yeah,
dude?
I put the call out. Nobody's responded. So.
Oh my god. Shit, dude, that's terrible. You got to get on that, dude.
Tell me about it.
All right. Next thing I wanted to talk about was free shit, and I kind of mentioned this earlier. We got 9 free raid passes, 3 remote raid passes. Also important to note that in the original blog for the event, like when they finally spilled the beans on all the end game kind of data on the event, they said like, hey, pick up a bundle of remote raid passes, available through March 1st in the shop. And it was like, we get into the game and like there's no bundle. They're just talking about the regular 250 Pokecoin bundle. Like, why are you advertising this shit at full price? And thankfully, feedback, made its way to Niantic. They updated the blog. They made that shit free. I was like, yes, all right, now we're talking. Now we're talking. So they gave us nine raid passes, 3 remote raid passes, and then this one took a lot of people by surprise. The 200 Pokeball bundle in the shop during the event. Now, for someone like me, obviously my bag is maxed out.
You got balls on balls.
Dude, I had balls on balls. I think it was like 11 or 1200 I went into the Kanto Tour with, and my bag was maxed out. So for a while, I couldn't, redeem the 200 Pokeball box because I didn't have the space because I was already, at my limit. And then like you're beating the NPCs, they're giving you 20 Pokeballs, and just like gifts are giving you more shit. It's like, I really had to get through a couple hours of the day to get below where I needed to be to finally redeem it. But some people, they got fucked because they didn't realize that at 9 p.m. that box went bye-bye since it was an event-only redemption, like a timed thing. So if you didn't know and you were like, oh, I'll redeem this tomorrow. Nope. So sorry. F in the chat. Trading, Adam, this is something that was really fun for me, and I'm bummed that you didn't get to like experience this.
Nope, not at
even yet.
all. I haven't traded one Pokemon.
Shit, man. Gary from New Jersey Go Battle League, man, we're in range with the 40K. So we've been fucking trading every night doing XL Magikarp, and he's building I don't know if I should say if he's trying to, this is like his secret PvP weapon. No, but he's building either a Goldeen or a Seeking. So he's trying to get Candy XL for Goldeen. And
Goldeen.
It's just like he saved, I think he traded me 40 Chansey. So it was fucking awesome. So we went lucky a couple times, got a couple more lucky Chansey, and it's good shit. It's good shit. Yeah, I love the trading element. But Shiny did a special research. Not terribly compelling. It's I'm starting to get a little burnt on the hunched over Professor Willow kind of just talking at you. Like I think it's time. I think it's time for something.
I think I effectively now just kind of click through things, and it's upsetting to say out loud, but like there's only so much, like you said about the Galarian Mr. Rhyme or whatever. It's like there's only so much you can take,
Now, but riddle me this. So when you're clicking through the dialogue, is it because you really don't care about the story, or you just want to get back to the gameplay? Because for me,
just getting back to the gameplay.
Yeah, for me, I'm guilty of that as well. And when I'm doing that, I'm feeling the anxiety of the event, like it's FOMO. It's like, fuck, I want to be catching Pokemon right now, and I can skate. It's like
it just gets to a point where you're like, okay, I was in the middle of something, and then all of a sudden this thing just like pops up because you completed a task.
I'm telling you, man, I wish they had fucking voiceover, man. I really wish they did. That would be so fucking cool. And, think about Professor Willow being able to communicate with you with VO while you're playing the game.
Hey, trainer, just wanted to let you know.
Yeah,
that you're gonna need the sound
exactly. So
on.
You can exactly right. You could have your catching Pokemon, being on the map, whatever the fuck you're doing, gym, raid, and it would bring that volume down to 10%, and fucking Professor Willow would just come over the intercom and talk. That would be fucking awesome. It would be no break to gameplay. That would be fucking rad. Fuck that. I'm sending that idea up. They need some fucking VO. It'd be so fucking sick. What about the master? Oh, you didn't unlock the masterwork research.
Wait, what?
The masterwork research. The you have to complete all your fucking completion things.
Wait, the all-in-one?
Yeah. Do you have that already?
Yes.
Oh, you do? Oh, that was because you did the Ditto. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. You had to get the Ditto special research completed, and then it would. All right. So you have that. That's a grind. That's a grind, dude.
yeah. So I mean,
I.
I'm just working on the trade for Kanto Tour. I mean, I
Yo,
also
you
need
need
the
that, dude.
celebration event. It says defeat 3 Team Go Rocket Grunts. I've defeated 1, and every effing balloon is freaking.
Jesse
It's
and
a
James.
leader. It's a leader.
Leader.
Just like
Disable
what
your
the.
rocket radar.
Oh wait, I can disable that.
Oh no!
Ah, jeez. How do I do
It's
that?
Adam's first day on the
How do
job.
I do that?
Oh my god! In the fucking item screen, dude.
Oh my god, I'm going into the item screen right now. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm
Well,
doing
it
it.
doesn't
Not
matter
well.
now. They're sleeping now anyway. The leaders. So your midnight balloon will be a grunt for sure.
Yeah, well, that means I'm just gonna have to go hard.
Shit.
Gonna have to go harder
But
than a Geodude, dude.
wait, do the leaders go to sleep with balloons too, or no?
I don't know.
Fuck. Someone tell us. Thank you.
I feel like
Info@luredup.com.
they've yelled at us.
I know. But yeah, I really enjoy the masterwork research. I didn't realize it was what it was because it didn't say masterwork research anywhere on it. So it was like I didn't realize it until I don't know. I saw some kind of infographic or some shit, and I was like, oh, that's the fucking masterwork research. But I'm loving it. I'm on the 30 dragon grind right now, so that's you know, it's amazing that Dratini is in raids, and it's like I'm spending all my fucking remote raid passes on Dratini. It's like, man, this is how they get you. They get you. But no, Dratini's on Incense too, so it's not terrible. But I'm enjoying the masterwork research. I wanted to get your hot take on should this event be 2 days long?
I would have liked that. The pressure would have just been off. I could have a few hours in the morning, day 1, a few hours at night, day 2. I could allocate time during the morning and after work to make it work. And honestly, if it was Sunday night, I get out of work a little bit earlier and it would have worked out.
Yeah. I was tweeting back and forth with Pope Dave, and we were talking about the event and the exact topic of it being multiple days. And I was like, you know what would be cool? Because like we had all woke up the next morning like wishing we wanted to play more. You know what I mean? It was like you wake up in the morning and it's like, oh, I don't have, I want to see all that shit again. And I was just like, what if there was like a day 1 collection challenge and a day 2 collection challenge? So at the end of day 1, like you either completed it or your progress gets wiped, or that carries over to the next day. But if you completed day 1 on day 1, when you woke up for day 2, there's a whole nother set of fucking collection challenges. That would be sick. That'd be fucking sick for a 2-hour event or a 2-day event. I don't even care about the shiny rate because typically like the shorter the event, the higher the shiny rate. The longer the event, the shiny rates are a little bit more mellow. We didn't have community day shiny rates today because we had or on Kanto Tour because it was a 12-hour event. So they didn't take the
12
like,
hours was not long enough.
are you fucking kidding me, dude? I played on foot for probably
And I didn't
nine
play on
nine and a
foot
half
because
hours.
I was working.
I
Which
know.
I'm sure
I
there's
know.
other people that were working, Ken. You're not
For
you
sure.
Don't,
I'm
you
not
don't
saying
care about
that.
the workers.
I'm not saying anything bad about the workers. I'm saying 12 hours wasn't long enough. It was fucking long enough, dude. That's why I think
It wasn't
2-day
long
event,
enough for me.
well, because you worked, but you can't expect an event to be longer than 12 hours. That's why it needs to be multiple days. That's my point, son.
Just saying.
Damn, just saying too.
Damn.
But yeah, no, very exciting stuff, man. What overall though, like, I mean, I'm excited that you really only have one of the challenges left.
It was
so.
nice, and honestly, like a huge shout out to the entire community. I got raid invites anytime I opened up my phone and looked at it. I was just getting invites nonstop, and it was fabulous. I didn't know what I was gonna do if I didn't get invites. And then it was awesome because when I got out of work, I was like, okay, I need Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres. I need all the regionals. So I was like, all right, send me this, send me that, send me this. And everybody pulled through.
I want to take a moment to absolutely give a shout out to the raid community in our patron Discord, because it's popping off all day long, all night, and it's awesome. Someone posts up a raid and it's like, who's down? And it's like me, 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 me. It's like, boom, you got your crew of 5. It's like immediately. It's so fucking cool. And we're currently using Pokenav, so shout to Ivy Pips. We're using Pokenav to do our raid coordination now. It's fucking awesome. And yeah, it's been great, man. I did so many fucking Kangaskhan because I wanted that shiny so bad. But I did so many thanks to that channel. It was awesome, super awesome. All right, well let's move on from the Kanto tour. You would want to see this again, right? You would want to see like Pokemon
Would
Go
I
tour
want to
Johto.
see more of Kanto? No,
No, not no,
I
not
am
Kanto.
Kantoed like
Kanto.
out. I'm cant out. I'm cant out.
Well, we have the raid day coming up on Sunday, so that'll be the finale of Kanto, and we then we move back into new season territory, and let's talk about that. That's the season of Legends, which will be the second season in Pokemon Go, and the key art of the season features the Therian forms of the forces of nature. The blog post also promises new legendaries and new mega evolved Pokemon to be released over the season. And remember, the season's 3 months. So we have March, April, and May all encompassed in this season. The blog also talks about how there's going to be a kind of like I don't know if the right word is like update, but something with habitats of Pokemon where more relevant Pokemon will be spawning in their actual geographic location. So like Pokemon like Mantine and they specifically say Frillish will be appearing near water, where Voltorb or Glameow would be appearing like in the city. So this could be cool.
That's
We
really
already
cool.
have like the heat map based spawning cooking in the game, which is fucking phenomenal. Meaning, like, if you have a area that there's lots of activity, you're gonna have lots of spawns. So that is really cool. I think that combined with this, where I don't necessarily think this is like a nesting scenario. I just think that, like, all right, I'm walking to a park and then this is labeled as water in OpenStreetMap, so that's going to influence what potential roll of spawn is going to happen here from whatever pool. That's kind of cool to me because that makes the game feel more immersive. You know what I mean? Like the spawns are more relative to where you're at. I love it. I hope that's how it works.
It better be.
But they do say Frillish. So, obviously Frillish was behind the rank 20 for GBL season 6. And now it's going to be, I guess just a normal wild Pokemon. So there you go. There's going to be hemisphere exclusive Pokemon again. They say they're going to expand on that, the hemispherical exclusive stuff. Northern Hemisphere is going to see Pokemon like Tangela, Combee, Croagunk, and Ducklet, as well as Springform Deerling, Scyther, Dratini, Cottony, and the Sinnoh starters. Dratini is in here is important because, again, that fucking dragon collection challenge for the Masterwork research, pain in the ass. So we'll have
I'm not
Dratini.
there.
So,
I don't know how much of a pain in the ass it is.
well, think about how rare dragon Pokemon typically are, right? So we have Dratini spawning off Incense right now. When that event goes away and Dratini's no longer spawning off Incense, dragons are going to be hard to come around. You might see a Bagon every now and then. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really see dragons. So it's like you got to catch 30 dragons, once you get to that step of the research.
Not bad, not bad.
Southern Hemisphere, you're going to get Pokemon like Mankey, Yanma, Buizel, Woobat, Autumn Form Deerling, Pineco, Bagon, Ferroseed, and the Unova starters. So, lots of differentiation between the hemispheres. That's pretty exciting. Oh, special research that will have you working with Professor Willow to learn more about the Therian forms of the forces of nature. That's Tornadus, Thunderous, and Landorus. And as a bonus, they mentioned that 5-star raids will be paying out increased XP, and that free remote raid passes will be available at certain times during the season. And they actually just tweeted that every Monday, I think it was, there's going to be a free remote raid pass in the shop. So that's fucking cool. I think along with some Pokeballs. So that's really cool. So we got a lot cooking here already. And this is just kind of talking about the season of Legends. Adam, what do you think of this? And What do you think of them putting Frillish, potentially out in the wild after right immediately following like everyone breaking their ass to try to get it in GBL?
Listen, that's okay. Everybody is allowed to enjoy Frillish.
I know, but like
is
so
it,
soon.
Is it the quote unquote battle Pokemon? No, that is Pikachu Libre. And I
so
busted
soon,
my butt
though.
to
They
get
gave
that.
it no time to percolate.
Percolate. Just let it. It's fine. But now get this. They can put a new Pokemon in this season.
But they didn't. It's just the legendary Pokemon of whatever the legendary is.
They're still new. They're still technically new. They're the Therian forms.
For now, yes. For now,
but regardless,
but they did promise new Pokemon are coming as well. So
right. So let them put these legendaries in there. Cool. If I want to battle and get a legendary, let me do that. If I want to raid and get a legendary, let me do that too.
Yeah, but to get a legendary out of battling, you got to hit level 20. That's the replacement for Frillish.
That's okay.
That's a grind. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work to get a fucking legendary. No, I guess once you get to level,
yeah, but what if that
to rank
legendary
20,
is 100%?
it's in the pool after that. Joe.
Then you get all excited. You feel it in your jellies.
I got a shiny Giratina through GBL, so I know the feeling.
All right, calm down.
Oh, I didn't mention that the eggs are rotating as well, and a lot of like 5K Pokemon are now in 2Ks, and Munna is going to be in 5Ks, and then they say that Nincada and Alomomola will be in 10K. So a very incomplete list of eggs. I don't know why they don't give us the full pool like they did previously.
I'm sure they will. It's just they don't know everything yet.
Why not, Adam?
I don't know. Why are we yelling?
I don't know. It's no. They need to like if they're not going to give egg rates like the percent of hatch, they got to at least tell us what the fuck the Pokemon are, because I am not in any way excited to like get a 10K egg if the only Pokemon that like I know is hatching from it is Nincada or Alomomola.
Patience,
like,
young grasshopper.
I still don't have an Axew, dude.
I still don't have an Axew, dude.
What the hell? Unbreakable doesn't have one either. She's the funniest. She puts like a daily post up of like today's date. She'll be like February 25th, 2021. I still do not have an Axew. Like every fucking day, she's like making a proclamation. Everyone must know. No, man, it's like no. But I want to know the whole egg pool. I definitely do. But do you care about the Therian forms?
I don't.
They're kind of funky, right?
But it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna, accept an invite or two.
Yes. You need that, man. We got to get you back on the fucking raid train, dude. Got to get you back on the raid train.
Listen, it's tough. I work every Wednesday, so I'm at work. What am I supposed to do? Buy a bunch of raid passes and remote raid for a lot of money per
That's
raid?
Exactly what I'm talking about. That's precisely
Ain't
what I mean.
Nobody got money for that.
I do. We'll figure it out. We need to get Adam rating.
You're gonna have to
international
send me
people. Lachlan will send
raid,
you fucking invites. Oh shit. Oh man. All right. What else we have? Oh, increased 5-star XP. You see, this is a reason for you to start rating again, man. We're gonna get bonus XP.
Increased XP.
Well, what if this is double? That would be fucking sick.
Regardless, I'm not after that XP. I'm after that.
You want to be level 51?
Stardust. Give me that Stardust.
How much Stardust do you have right now?
I don't. Hang on.
Guesstimate.
I'm not guesstimating. I'm just going to tell you the exact amount.
Goodness gracious! It's probably going to be like you're going to be like 236.
It's actually much lower than that. But
impossible.
I'm quickly looking. Impossible? What are you talking about? I spent Stardust like it's going out of style.
I know you power
like it's
up
my
everything.
job.
It's very noble of you.
Well, hold on. I just had to power up with some extra large candies to my 100% Gigalith.
What?
Yeah, it's at 3310 now.
Well, how much Stardust do you have? You're wasting time.
At the moment, 1,356 Stardust.
That is so funny.
I had 22 or 23,000, but then I decided to spend
that
it
is so funny. How do you not get that? You need to like do this to where you're constantly trying to get to zero, like a perfect zero. It'll happen. That would be so funny. Like I want to see it
It's
say
hard. All
0.
the 100% are pretty much powered up, and if they're not all the way powered up, there's like they need like 8,000 to power them
You
up
know, on the patron
as like
Zoom
the
call this
minimum.
week, that actually opened up to the outside, which was cool. We had a couple people join in from the outside.
Yes,
But
thank you all for that.
on the Zoom call, both Adrock and Jamal maxed their shiny Dittos to level 40 on the
Ditto
call.
gang.
They did it in one shot. It was just like bam. It was so funny. We've been busting Jamal's chops for like since the event. Like, dude, max that shit. Max that shit. It's like not a hundo or anything. It's just like the fun of it. But anyway, all right, let's move on, man. We got the March update. This is the framework blog that Niantic has been putting out to kind of give us a little bit of
An update.
an update on what we can expect from the month, as there's going to be a lot of shit going on. And everyone was kind of curious of how Niantic was going to handle the next season, especially coming off like the barrage of events that led to Kanto Tour. Like, were they going to go back to a slower pace where we're going to see like breaks and stuff like that? And by the looks of this blog, like, no, the answer is fucking no. It's not going to stop. But
no.
like,
Don't get
we
your
talked
hopes
about
up.
we talked about burnout last week, and it was like everyone's like, oh yeah, I can't wait to take a break. It's like, actually, you may have to wait a little longer because March looks like it's going to be fucking bonkers. So check this out. The first thing in the blog is the return of Giovanni with new Giovanni, Team Go Rocket special research that will run for the length of the season. So this is important. It used to be like for the calendar month or whatever, but this will run for the entire length of the season. So 3 months you'll have to complete this Giovanni special research. Now, the interesting part about it is Giovanni's Pokemon is going to rotate each month with Shadow Articuno, Zapdos, or Moltres available in March, April, or May, respectively. So you're going to want to finish this during the month of which one you want. So if you want the Zapdos, complete this in April. If you want the Articuno, complete it in March. So you gotta play this one a little smart. But you could start assembling your Super Rocket Radar, like actually start the actual special research on Sunday, February 28th at midnight. So local, as soon as the day starts, 12 a.m. that night. We have our research breakthrough. Adam, it's fucking Gibble. Yes, a good
It's
one.
not Axew? Are you serious right now?
Dude, I'll take
This
fucking
is a,
Gibble, though.
I thought this was going to be a community day Pokemon. And they gave us a Gibble?
Dude, yes, it's Gibble. I'm excited about this.
I am not excited about this one.
Really?
It doesn't have chicken feet.
Oh my god. No, dude, I'll take it because I've had good luck in the one of the the Chansey round of breakthroughs. I got the Hundo and the Shiny. So if I could bring that type of energy to Gibble, I'd be very, very fucking excited. But it's one of the most sought out shinies for sure. So that alone makes it cool because you may not catch 4 Gibble in a month, but now you'll have 4, maybe 5 chances in a month to see it. So that's exciting. Legendary and Mega Raids will be rotating with the Forces of Nature making the return first in their incarnate forms, the forms that we've seen before, but they can be shiny, so that's cool.
Wait a minute. Wait. Question.
You heard me right. What?
No. Question. So my tinfoil hat just came on, as well as the light bulb above the shiny tinfoil hat.
Right.
Gibble being in our research breakthrough.
Right.
Is this a hint that Mega Garchomp is coming?
I'll take it. I'll accept it. Yes. That's Mega Garchomp confirmed. Guaranteed.
That's why we're getting the breakthrough.
Yes, that's exactly the reason. That's the only reason. I don't know, but I like tinfoil hat theory, so
well, I mean,
I'll allow
it's
it.
either
I'll
that or our next breakthrough is going to be an Axew, and we're gonna get to ask you more questions.
Ah, man, I will be very excited if Axew is the next breakthrough. All right, Legendary and Mega Raids are going to be rotating. Like I said, the incarnate forms will come first, then the Therian forms will start. Now, this blog post is just about March, So they really only talk about Thundurus and Tornadus, like closing out March. But I'm assuming that Landorus will be the first week of April. They just didn't include it here because this blog post was just about March. But in like the main blog and the season of Legends post, it does mention all three. So obviously we're getting all three Therian forms. They're in the fucking key art, but one will, the Landorus will probably be the first week of April. As for mega raids, we have Blastoise, Pidgeot, and Ampharos during the first half of the month, and then Houndoom, Abomasnow, and a surprise mega Pokemon starting on the 16th. So tinfoil hats abound. Now, Adrock in our community is like the fucking mighty Kreskin. He gets all the predictions right, and he believes this is going to be Mega Manetric. So I'm going to have to go with Adrock on this one. I think that's what's going to be.
I'm
Adam,
gonna have to go with Mega Garchomp on this one.
that would be cool. See, but I think somewhere in the blog, they made like some kind of punish thing that kind of said like get charged up, like thinking electricity. You know what I mean? So they're kind of, the Mega
It
Manectric would
could have been like a solar beam. You got to charge up for that.
get
Hyper beam.
beamed. I don't know, but we'll have to see. The Wednesday raid hours are going to continue through the month and feature that week's 5-star raid boss. There's also going to be a bonus raid hour on Monday, March 15th. Now, if you remember last month, they did the bonus Monday one for Suicune. Maybe because Landorus is coming to raids in April, they'll do a Landorus raid hour in March to give us our fix. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Who knows? Tuesday spotlight hours are back and will feature the following Pokemon. Starting with this Tuesday, March 2nd, we have Krabby with double transfer candy. On the 9th, you'll have Drowsy with double evolution XP. On the 16th, you'll have Voltorb with double catch Stardust. There you go, Adam. There's your event. The 23rd will be Surskit with double catch XP. And then finally, we have five Tuesdays. We'll have Slugma with double catch candy on the 30th. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and if that wasn't enough, we have a new event, a March bonus hour. There's going to be on Thursdays from 6 to 7, starting on the 4th. Well, this is going to be the 4th, the 11th, and the 18th. So 3 weeks of these March bonuses. On the 4th, we're going to get increased balloons, which is fucking weird because it's only an hour event. So you would normally think the balloons would show up once per hour. So does this mean like we're going to get nonstop balloons for the hour? That would be kind of fun. Oh, other bonuses are going to include earning more candy that share a typing with your Mega Evolved Pokemon. Then the third one will have a Mega Raid Hour. But Adam, what does it say right here? But wait, there's more. Adam,
And
there's
wait,
more.
There's more.
There's literally more. They also announced a few
There's always
more events. More events, dude.
Wait, did you
that
say
are
more
called-
events?
Listen, Searching for Legends. This is going to start on the 9th, and it will feature Shiny Nosepass. There's going to be an Incense Day featuring Psychic and Steel-type Pokemon. An Electric-type event called Charge Up, where new Electric-type Pokemon will make their debut. Weather Week, which will feature weather-themed Pokemon to celebrate the Therian form forces of nature coming to the game.
Whether you like it or not.
Listen, finally, a special raid weekend featuring the legendary Pokemon will take place on the 27th and the 28th. Weekly free bundles in the shop, like we said on Mondays with a remote raid pass, and some of the most exciting shit of the entire blog, they tucked in at the bottom. Quality of life updates. The Candy XL system is being reworked. Trading Pokemon will now have a chance to pay out Candy XL. Fuck yeah. Chances will increase as the trade distance increases. That's fucking really cool. Walking your buddy will now allow you to have a chance to earn Candy XL. What does a chance mean? Hopefully it means every time. I don't know, but yes, this is great. Finally, catching legendary, mythical, or evolved Pokemon now guarantees a Candy XL payout. So what this means is everyone is going to have a fucking level 50 Melmetal. because if you're getting 60 catches on your fucking incense on your mystery box, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
you're getting a couple mystery boxes, and you're gonna have enough to max the level 50. That's gonna be insane. So Adam, let's unpack this. Whoa, right? Like whoa.
Like, whoa.
So remember all those people wanting to take a break?
No. We're
Whoa.
not taking a break.
Whoa. There's no breaks going on here. This is fucking madness. Well, there's no event announced. I mean, I guess on the 6th is Fletchling Community Day, but the 1st through the 5th, there's nothing announced yet per se. So maybe we'll have some time
so much
off.
Go news. So much Go news.
But holy shit.
I just don't know if I'll be able to play all of these events. Wait, did you say that there was a special weekend?
The last weekend of the month will be a special raid weekend.
And we know that it's special, but what's special about it? Is it special because we're going to see Shaman? Or is it special because we're going to see Keldeo? Or
No,
is it special because we're going to see Kecleon?
It just says special raid weekend
I just need
featuring
to know
legendary
how special
Pokemon.
it's going to be, because if it's not that special, then it's not that special.
Well, if the fucking...
I don't want Darkrai.
Look, the forces of nature are going to be around all month.
I don't want the forces of nature. I don't want Mewtwo anymore. I want something new. If you want it to be special, I'm going to need to see... I'm going to need you to open that portfolio and say, all right, we have all these options, and we need to get these out there. Kecleon works. Shaman works. Keldeo works. Give us one of them, please.
You can't just fucking get mythical Pokemon willy-nilly, dude. Like the legendaries, Kecleon
they need to introduce Kecleon. Okay, at least just give it to us in raids and be like, yes, you can get a Kecleon. And then when they do because Kecleon's the second, he's like Neo, right? Or is he the third? Oh my god, I don't know. Sorry, I think in like TCG terms, I don't actually know.
No, it was Neo. Neo Destiny was Kecleon, right?
Okay, yeah, I think so. So, regardless, okay, so he's like Johto, right? So, give us the Johto Tour, and then allow us to have the Kecleon shiny for the Johto Tour, and like that's like the crazy Ditto thing that we get. But just give us Kecleon. What are you waiting for?
All right. Well, I posed another question. I posed another question because Kecleon would be a cool Johto Tour Pokemon. How often can you do a tour event? Is it twice a year or once a year?
Okay, it could be twice a year, but I just think that we need to get Kecleon out of hiding. Like, I've seen it in every single wallpaper they've thrown at us. Whether they mean to paint it in there or draw it in there or not, I see it. I see it by the pool. I see it in the mountains. I see it in the snow. I see it. You can't hide it forever. It's there.
I don't know, man.
Listen, if they want to make this,
it's got to be something. It's got to be something logistical
quote
holding
unquote.
This up.
If it's quote unquote special, it needs to be something special.
How special is it?
Yes. How special is special? What does the word special mean to them? What is it supposed to mean to me if I don't think it's special?
All right.
If you give me a Pikachu with a birthday hat or a special, just like whatever, it's got a candle on its head. No, it's not special. It's a Pikachu. It's still a Pikachu. It's in a costume. I can't evolve it.
All right. I'm reeling Adam in. Adam, come back.
You can't reel this in.
Adam,
I ain't no Goldeen.
Listen. So do you care? You don't care about the Therian forms at all?
No.
All right. What about Gibble Breakthrough? You definitely you're out, right? Okay. What about the introduction of the Thursday event? Is that too much? And if you remember, Spotlight and bonus hours used to be separate. Spotlight hours on Tuesday, bonus hours on Thursday. So they've had the Tuesday, Thursday events before.
Did you say they're adding an extra FOMO event? Another event to have FOMO?
Yeah, but it's not like there's nothing
what
exclusive happening in those events. You're going to miss out on candy. You're going to miss out on extra balloons. You're going to miss out on,
Yeah, but what if I wanted to do extra balloons?
Well,
why can't I just do extra balloons, Ken?
I'm sorry, man. You have to become a painter, and then you could paint yourself some fucking balloons, and there you go.
We all float down here.
Oh shit. Let's see, but no, it doesn't. You're not getting the vibe that Niantic is slowing down, right?
Nope. No, they've got their foot on the pedal. It is to
Yo,
the metal.
I think they could do 2 of these tour events a year, and that still gives them a 3-year footprint to get caught up. You know what I mean?
And then they can do like the world tour.
Oh shit.
And then we've got all of them.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, that'd be awesome.
All right, we'll take
Adam,
credit for that one.
Look, we're fucking going hella long right now.
And I'm excited about the Candy XL rework.
Yes, absolutely. Me too. I think everyone on Earth is, because everyone is just starving for Candy XL. So
everyone in Kanto right now.
Fucking Kanto. I'm so done. All right, let's take a little break. You ready?
All right, yeah. I need one so bad.
We'll be back right after this. And we are back from our break. Thank you so much for that. It was great. Thank you. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check out ours over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And I want to give a huge shout out to our show supporter tier patrons: Ace Trainers, Adrock, Alex, Andrew, Brian, Brittany, Chad, Carol, Chris, Cody, Eric, Garrett, G-Stacks87, Griggle788, Harry, Heracross Boss, James, J. Michael, Joltswitz, Justin, Ken, Lady Goobly Meat, Lynchbot, Malachi, Mike, M. Pitts, Pokénabot, Purple Pancakes, Ricky, Sam, Smeatwad, The Joker, The Noise, and Wood Woes Wolf. Thank y'all so incredibly much. We really fucking appreciate it. Huge thanks to our gym leaders: Absolutely Ryan, Dig Dug Rob, Jamal, JD Mojo Jojo, Magikarp Diem, MD Talon, Tish, and TN Comics Wiz. Thank y'all so incredibly much. It means a ton. We did have a couple new patrons this week, so huge shout to 10 Second Friend and Lachlan Firth for joining at the Discord tier. We appreciate you so much. They joined for the year, which is absolutely fucking phenomenal. I love
Thank you.
Do that, and pretty much gives them a nice cushion in the Discord and to hang out, and we're plotting out our patron kind of schedule of different stuff that we could do in the Discord every day. So a lot of stuff going on over there. It's really fucking cool. And I've been having a great time. So, but if Patreon isn't your thing, there's still a couple other ways you can help us out. If you're listening on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and if you're listening via a podcast service like Apple Podcasts, you can take a moment to leave us a review. All right, Adam, before we get into some listener emails and eventually poke the bear, I do want to talk about GBL. And I know that this last season was probably your lightest GBL season to date, right?
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. So
I even tried to battle a set, I think recently, and I just gave up.
Dude, I get it. GBL seems to be like a love it or hate it. And even if you hate is not the right word, but play it or don't. There's no middle of the road. It seems that you're either really, really into it or you're really not into it. You know what I mean? I don't
just
know
hate
many
getting
people
paired
that
up. I'm a level, it's I'm level 2 or whatever it is, and then I get paired up against a level 9. What? Get out of town.
Yeah,
this person clearly knows what they're doing.
But that's tough. That's tough, man. But season 7 is going to be starting on March 1st. So we're going to have 2 weeks of the Great League. We have then 2 weeks of Ultra and Ultra Premier. Then it's going to turn over to Master League, Master Classic, and Great League. So this is kind of different. So the last rotation in that first run through, Master League, Master Classic, and Great League, it ends with. That's really fucking cool. That'll be followed with all 3 leagues. But for the upcoming seasonal schedule, check the link in the description. It doesn't give you the full season, but I think it goes out till sort of April or something like that. Things to note on the calendar will be a Great League remix, which is going to feature a ban of the 10 most used Great League Pokemon. So essentially, I'm fucked because I use the most basic bitch Pokemon possible. So fuck. Then there's going to be the Retro Cup, and that is going to ban Dark Steel and Fairy type Pokemon. So I'd imagine that's also dual types that share Dark Steel or Fairy. So that's kind of exciting. And then there's going to be the unranked Kanto Cup, like what was cooking right now, and that's a lot of fun. So a lot
That
of
actually
diversity
sounds
of
exciting.
yeah. I mean the metas, the limited metas, like seeing the bans on the 10 most popular Pokemon, that's way more exciting than like the Love Cup to me. You know what I mean? Like that seems like a much more dynamic meta. And a lot of the issue that many people have with GBL is just a simple repetition. It's the same Pokemon. You don't see much spice, until you get up to the higher ranks. You're seeing the same shit. I'm at fault for that too, but that's just how that's just how it goes.
I can't believe you.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. For rewards, we have an elite charge TM at rank 19. And then at the end of the season, you'll also get a elite fast TM for reaching 19. Legendary Pokemon encounter the pool at rank 20. We said that earlier. Pikachu Libre is still available at the legend rank as a reward. You'll earn extra Candy XL when you catch Poliwhirl, Flaffy, Pupitar, Medicham, Scraggy, Galvantula, Lampent, or Stunfisk from GBL rewards. So that's an interesting little spin. The second half of the season, those details are going to be coming soon. And I'd also assume that a move balancing update will be coming soon. As that's typically what they'll do. They'll like give us an update on the season, and then during the mid-season update, they'll say that the following moves have been changed, and talk about that, what was nerfed, what was buffed, who has new moves, whatever. But Adam, any inkling here to maybe do some more GBL than season 6?
Yeah, definitely.
Yay!
I like the remix cup. I'm pretty excited about that, and I do like the retro cup, taking it back to before there were,
Yeah, it's the first
darks.
15 types before they started adding the expansion teams shit.
Which
So,
is
yeah,
kind of like the Kanto Cup, just they're switching it over to add some Pokemon from the other series.
Do you think that Frillish was like a sham last season?
It was a sham woohoo.
A sham wow.
A
I don't know,
sham
man.
woohoo.
I think they should have put more time between giving out Frillish and it being a rank 20 reward. Because people can hit that on fucking the 28th, and then it's in the wild on the 1st. It's like, I don't know. All right, let's move over to some listener emails. I got one from Terry Wolf.
Wolf.
This is in regards to the Kanto Tour. Says, this was a fantastic event. 24 shiny Pokemon, including a Mewtwo. Speaking of Mewtwo, I got a 98% and 4 96%. There was so much to do throughout the event to keep you beyond busy. Between the onslaught of Mewtwo and Snorlax raids, invites, plus sending them out, it was easy to forget to check your fucking progress. It was fucking insane. The event topped COVID Fest 2020. That's his name for GoFest. I went crazy before the event for balls, and the way Niantic handled the ball situation with 200 free and making you fight the NPCs to give you 20 at a time. I would love to see this added to the game full time.
Yeah, they did handle their balls pretty well.
Yes, giggity. That makes a lot of sense, though, especially for someone like Terry that's, using the Go Plus. Go Plus players need those balls. Yes, Go Plus players need those balls. You heard it right.
You heard it here, folks.
He says, okay, now the bad things. Number one, it's a fucking Ditto. Really, Niantic? I just got a shiny one and then evolve a shit ton of Pokemon for a fucking Ditto? That reward should have been a Dragonite. The amount of time to do all of that deserves a better reward. Where I played shiny Snorlax was not a thing. Far too rare, yet at least they did spawn in the wild now. Altogether, the event was well worth the price, and I look forward to the next one like it. This event is comparable to a GoFest event, especially if you have a decent place to play or even a couple Pokestops and a gym. At-home players, I can see where they would struggle. All around, Niantic took this event to the next level, and I applaud them for really giving us an amazing, all-around, fun event. Terry, I agree, man. I do. I had a fucking blast. I thought this event was fucking top tier. This was good shit.
Yeah, it
Adam,
did
I
give
imagine
you
you agree
those
as well
GoFest
in your
vibes.
limited time. Yeah.
Because it was just like
But
that. It was
compare
just
it to
so much
GoFest
going on.
2020, though. Don't compare it to in-person GoFest. There was way more shit to do here.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, the one thing I did want to talk about, too, was the music. You know, we were hyping up the music for so long. So, yes, the music was fucking phenomenal. However, I couldn't fucking listen to it. Because I'm fast catching everything, right? And I'm catching. What I'm end up hearing are the first 3 seconds of the music on the overworld, then the first 3 seconds of the music in the encounter, and then the first 3 seconds of the music in the overworld, and then the first 3 seconds of the encounter. Like, it was like a loop nonstop. I was like, I can't hear this shit anymore. I had to turn it off.
Yeah, I really wish they did not have the encounter screen like overtake the volume. I
It
wish
was like,
it had
literally,
been able
this
to
is
be
what it was like.
played.
It was like this. Diddle-din, din, din, diddle-din, din, din, diddle-din, din, 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 diddle-din, din, din, diddle-din, din, din, diddle-din, diddle-din, din. It's just like fucking nonstop. It was just back and forth. I couldn't do it. All right, we did get an email from Matthew Rancourt. I'm going to hold off on reading it for right now because it's in regards to Poke the Bear. So I'm going to come back to his points in a minute. You know, I'll lead with what he said here. He said, I felt very strongly about this particular Poke the Bear, so I decided to write in my first email to you guys, even though I listen regularly. So it's a nice, well thought out, very long email, but it all has to do with the Poke the Bear that we're going to talk about in a second. So Matthew, thank you so much for writing in. We'll touch base back with your email in a minute. The next email, this is a question from Ben. He says, what are your thoughts on tasks that require using a resource that you would otherwise use on something that needed it, such as purifying or powering up tasks? So this is like spending resources to earn resources. So if you're completing a task, you know, to earn Stardust or to earn whatever, sometimes you have to use something else. I don't mind. I'd rather get the completed task. That's how I feel on it. Right? Like I'll give me the field research medal. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck it. The faster and easier I could turn over a field research task, the better. I just want to turn and burn a lot of the times when it comes to research. All right, Adam, I think we can get into Poke the Bear now. I think it's time. I think we could poke this shit.
Let's poke it.
Let's poke the bear. All right, so this week on Twitter, I asked a question with the topic being event transparency. I said, how do you feel about the way event info and requirements are communicated? Coming out of the Pokemon Go Tour Kanto, do you feel deceived or manipulated? What would make you feel confident in an event? All right. So lots of really good feedback here. And, looking at my original post here, I call out these negative words, deceived and manipulated, because that's the feedback that I was seeing over the course of the week from the people that were on the negative side of the fence. There's plenty of positive people that didn't talk like this at all, didn't use this language. So, by me including this language, I hope that I didn't put out a vibe that I felt this way, because I didn't. I think there's an issue here.
Sure sounds like
it. That's why I'm clarifying, bruh. No, seriously, I don't feel this way. But this was the language that I decided to use because I want to stir the pot of shit, and this is how you do it. So anyway, we got some good responses. First one from Woodwose Wolf. Look, I'm just glad I waited to pick my Pokemon Go Tour version till the last minute. I've been waiting years for a plainish green hat for my avatar. I was going to go red prior to the 11th hour exclusive avatar item announcement, but I already have the red Fisher and fire red cap. Dude, they literally were making announcements up until right before the event. And one of the last ones was about the avatar hat. So funny. So funny. So good. This next one from Remco says, I think the only thing that had to be clearer in advance is that the regionals were only available in raids during the 12 event hours. That was what was causing the most troubles now. Obviously, we know that was fixed. The rest was pretty clear info, even the NPCs appearing at stops. So yeah, a lot of these things are probably going to touch on the fact that the regionals went away, because this feedback was from prior to them putting them back into raids. Bobby, Pokemon Snaps, says, I thought this event was great. And as a level 40 plus person who was able to play the entire time on Saturday, I didn't feel manipulated or cheated at all. However, I do think they should have mentioned level 40 for Mew earlier and whether regionals would or wouldn't have been in raids. Okay, let's talk about this. Adam, I don't even know if you're aware, but one of the requirements is for the Masterwork research to get the shiny Mew is level 40.
Really?
Many people bought their tickets before they made the announcement that you had to be level 40 for shiny Mew. So the initial blogs were like, hey, if you want to get your shiny Mew research, you have to do the research that you get with the ticket. So people bought in. But let's say they're a level 10 trainer. And then it's like, all right, I get my shiny Mew research. Yeah, but one of the tasks is to be level 40. Oh. That could take someone a year. You know?
Wait. But they can still get it. Like, they have to get to level 40?
Yeah! That's one of the requirements.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
what?
Fine. That,
but they told
grind.
But that was a late. But
Ken,
that was a late.
How long has this game been out? How long has this game been out?
I
don't care if you started today.
Yeah, someone that starts today and they play for 15.
You've got friendship. You've got other ways to gain.
Listen, they play for 15 minutes a day. They don't use social media. They play fucking Candy Crush, Clash Royale, fucking whatever, and Pokemon Go.
What, do you want all the Pokemon just handed to you on a silver platter?
Not Seriously? At all. But they should have disclosed in the beginning, by the way, that shiny Mew that we're dangling in front of you, you got to be level 40.
That's okay. You have to grind. You should get there. You should play the game.
I agree, but they should announce it. You don't think they should have announced that earlier?
I think it's fine.
Woo-wee. All right, moving on. James Vivian. They needed better info about deadlines for tasks. Luckily, I'm in Oz, so the regionals I missed I was able to ask for invites to. Others weren't so lucky. I had a great day, though. They also need to do something about Legendary XL Candy. 78 Mewtwo and only got one XL Candy? What the hell? Fuck, that hurts. Well, you know, the XL Candy thing depends on, you know, are they higher level? Are they higher CP? You need that weather boost. So that sucks. Battle Science Podcast. One common issue with the not choosing a version beforehand causing issues was two-sided. Ooh, yeah, I'll jump in. We're gonna talk about this. Niantic gave plenty of notice in their blogs and news announcements, but not everyone reads those. Something along the lines of a forced pick version in-game pop-up would have been a good feature. So apparently, people that didn't pick their version before the event started had issues. And I don't know the extent of the issues. So if anyone can provide some additional info here, let us know. I should probably just fucking reply to Battle Science. But the apparently that caused some kind of headaches, where if you didn't pick your version before the thing, something happened that was shitty. So like what they're recommending is like, man, if there was just a button or a pop-up in the game that prompted you to do that, it would be they could have saved themselves a lot of issues.
All right, this one's coming from Chef
Elf.
Oh, this one's coming
from...
from...
No, we'll call him Chef Eve.
Overall, it was a fun event, but would have liked them to lay out the details a little more clearly. I didn't realize that battling the NPCs had to be done same day when other parts were the whole week. I thought the NPC part was the least compelling part of the entire event. Touche.
Look, I thoroughly enjoyed the NPCs when I was required to do them. And after that, it fucking fizzled out for me. Like I didn't really touch them the rest of the day after I was done with the special research. So just
it was
honest take.
Yeah, it was kind of lackluster. I mean, I did them because I had to. It was like
right. That's what I mean. Once I wasn't tasked with doing it, it was like, do I really want to spend my time on this? Nope.
All right. Next, we got Cowboy Cody. Says, I say there could always be more clarity. On one hand, most of what they said was true, but they didn't say that you couldn't complete the challenges staying at home due to in-game trainer challenge. Other things like this can be deceiving when in a pandemic we need transparency.
Yep. Well, that's the thing with why people were like, if the trainers, the challengers could come via balloon, I would be able to still complete my challenges. But I
Exactly.
can't get to a stop, so I can't do it. I didn't know that I was going to have to be out there to do that.
Like that's how I felt. Like if I had done that, I wouldn't have freaked out as much. Like I could have utilized my break a little bit better and focused on balloons and stuff like that.
So one of the bigger issues here that's interesting and we should bring up now was they actually edited the FAQ page, and like that kind of flew under the radar. So the question on the FAQ page was, do I need to be able to trade to complete the research? And the response says, no, you will not need to trade to complete special research. However, as only certain Pokemon are available in each path, you will need to trade to complete some of the collection challenges and collect the first 150 Pokemon originally discovered in Kanto region. Then all of a sudden, it gets updated. Same question. Do I need to be able to trade to complete the research? The last one I just read, the response was, no, you will not need to trade to complete the special research. The edited version is, yes, you will need to trade to complete the special research. And it goes on and on and on. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what? This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like, yeah. Do I feel like this is malicious or I'm being manipulated or deceived? No. But there's still some fucking very loose ends here. Like, very, very, very loose ends.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah, no. All right, continue, Adam. You can keep going.
All right, Greg is on the road to nowhere. Right.
This is Greg from It's Super Effective.
They were rather transparent with the event. There wasn't a time limit when you had to buy a ticket, and there wasn't a limited amount either. I think they spelled things out clearly and in advance.
Did they spell the shit out in advance? Yeah. In my opinion, was it clear? No. Because it was over like 23 blog posts.
There was no a post after a post after a post.
Like there should have been like a master landing page or something. But yeah, it was just too spread out.
Hex Manifesto writes in, though I mostly agree, they did bait people to buy early by saying you would get the January and February community day tickets for free if you got the Kanto Tour ticket, which did push people to buy the ticket before all the info was about the event was released. So
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Think of how many people in our community the day of the announcement, boom, they got the ticket. Like
almost
everyone. We didn't know shit about the event. We knew the date. You know what I mean? It's like, and think about how much info came after that first week. You know, shit was literally being announced. The green, the plainish green hat was announced in the 11th hour. You know what I mean? Like info was still getting pushed out. So yeah, they definitely dangled an additional carrot with the community day tickets for sure.
All right, next we've got Diancie and Pokemon Go, please. You couldn't completely play from home, even though they said that you could. They could have had the Go Tour challengers and balloons and stops. I'm also confused why the legendary Pokemon don't have their exclusive moves anymore. Niantic didn't specifically state that they weren't going to have them. The event should have been... Yeah, so I guess they didn't say that they had it, and then keeps going. It says, the event should have been 2 full days, similar to GoFest. Niantic has been ignoring the pandemic lately, even though they stated that safety is their top priority. They haven't been transparent about events.
Yeah, I got some comments here. So the thing with the exclusive moves, what ended up happening was during the 12-hour window, you could get the exclusive moves on the birds and Psystrike Mewtwo. And as soon as the event ended, the moves went away. Now we have the raid day on the 28th, and on the raid day, they'll have their moves back. So it's like, it's very easy to try to read between those lines and just speculate and say, okay, that means that they're going to have their moves the entire time. But if you take data that's, you know, given in one blog post, compare it to another blog post, triangulate it to the third blog post, you're like, oh yeah, they won't have their moves during the week. but you gotta kind of make sense of, you're like fucking Charlie with the fucking wall and the red, the red thread connecting the fucking pins. It's just it's very hard to know the details on demand because the shit is spread out. Like if someone were people would ask me a question about the event, and it's like, hold on, let me get a source for you, and it's like I'm sorting through like 100 fucking blog posts, doing like Control F, trying to find my keyword somewhere in the blog because the shit is so spread out. All right, let me. I got a couple more here. Augmented Naturally podcast says, well, the real question is, with these last minute updates, are they trying to be the only source for events? Would things be better with creators giving reactions, vlog versus news briefings, and how to max the games on the system? Or they might just have a lot of hoops to jump through with the Pokemon Company. So this is a fucking great tinfoil hat theory. They hold this shit back so it doesn't leak. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's why they're protective of this info and they share it late because they don't want it to leak early. That's a great fucking tinfoil hat theory.
That's true.
I love that shit. This one from Pokemon Go Medros says, my only issue is that they don't give all the info up front so as to allow for educated buying choices and don't allow refunds if the full info results in the realization that's no longer viable to the player. For paid events, they need to give all the info up front. Yeah, in a perfect world, that makes sense. I just think that they don't have the info because the whole process is probably still in development after they make the first post.
They're like, yes, you can do this, but we'll let you know what you can do and can't do.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It's like, hopefully we can get this in the game. If we can, we'll add it to the next blog post.
The next one, they're just going to call it the Can Do Tour.
But
this
yes,
is what we can do.
having the info up front would be great. DJ Cade says, there needs to be clearer timelines of when the bonuses begin and end. The wording on the blog post is tricky. They mentioned that bonuses will remain available till the 28th, so I thought this event lasted all week. It was the only end date given. He missed all the boosted shinies, so he got totally fucking mixed up.
Wow.
So I guess he didn't play on the 20th because he thought because the bonuses and stuff and the challenges stretched out to the 28th that he was going to be good till then. It sucks. Again, if you're not reading the fucking blog post like scripture, who knows? The in-game news ain't telling you shit. It's linking.
I know. It's like,
blogs.
go look at the blog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. I'm really gonna leave the game. I'm gonna be playing the game. Why would I leave the game?
Professor Willow needs to be, speaking in his sexy voice in my ear. All right. First Olympic Pogo. Why can't they have a rep to answer questions to the public? Would that make it too easy for people to find loopholes, or would it let them plan their day better? And then go for Big Fudge responded to that saying, I missed Niantic Indigo and Niantic George in the subreddit. So I can imagine that there's a lot of red tape when it comes to representatives from the company that could directly respond to people on social. And Niantic George and Niantic Indigo were fucking awesome on Reddit, and Niantic Casey in the Wayfarer forums, they're mixing it up, but they don't have anyone like that on Twitter because I just don't think that it would be a viable and sustainable thing to do. I just think it would be a shit show. So there would be no way to manage that. A couple more here. Jacob999 says, I'd say the communication should have been much better. We didn't know that Mew was going to require level 40 until very recently, regionals being raid only, and some of the Pokemon were a lot rarer than they made it seem. Good points. Exactly. Last tweet, this one from Matt McGuire, says, do I feel deceived or manipulated? No. But my word, they did a shitty job communicating the info and requirements beyond the standard teaser info. It all worked out in the end this time, but they really need to get better about it. I agree. They do need to get better about it. This was a tough one. This was an absolutely tough one. All right, and before we wrap up, I do want to go back to Matthew Rancourt's email, which was a little long, so I can't go through the whole thing, but he did. There's one paragraph in here that I thought was really important, and he says, I think the community has forgotten that most of this game is based off experience, not experience points. He means like the experience of playing. And that's how it was originally designed. We all enjoy in-person Go Fest because it's the experience of being with like-minded players with one common goal, regardless of what Pokemon are shiny or released. COVID has skewed that because everything is about what is new in game rather than going out and building friendships through the game. And I thought that was a great point. And when you have these events that are remote and not in person, yeah, you don't have the experience of the event to be a feature like you would with a in-person event. So it's got to be data, info. And that could definitely add to the mix. So Matthew, thank you for writing in. That's a really strong sentiment. I agree. All right, now we have a voicemail from Lachlan. Lachlan's a new patron from Australia, joined our patron Zoom the other night. It was fucking awesome. He's grinding. He's an absolute beast. And made some good points about the way the communication went on the Kanto Tour.
Hey, Lured Up team, it's Lachlan Firth, or LF Kamala here from Brisbane, Australia. So, in relation to this week's Poke the Bear topic, to be completely honest, if people actually read, and I say read, I mean read, not listened to or looked at an infographic, the blog posts for these events, when it was initially posted, a lot of this information was conveyed. I know a lot of people are upset or annoyed that Mew requires like level 40 or a platinum Kanto medal. But if you think about it, the time challenges that came with the ticket quite literally make you get 150 out of the 151. All you have to do is complete a mythical discovery to get your first Mew. And I think it's a pretty reasonable request that they ask you to get your pink Mew before you get your blue Mew. In regards to the regionals in raids, when the raids were announced, they said what raid bosses would be on for this event. And they said what raid, and by this event I mean the current Kanto event that's happening. And the regionals were not listed. The regionals were a special part of that event on the Saturday for Kanto Tour. If people didn't raid them because they were only doing Mewtwo's for some reason, well, you know, you probably should have thought, maybe these won't be around tomorrow. And if you're in America and you'd already heard from New Zealand that the raid bosses were ending, I don't know what you were doing. I think Niantic put all the information they can from a blog post into a blog post. And if a community member is only reading an infographic or just skimming a blog post and then complaining about not knowing what's going on, well, there's not much more they can do. I know the Today View has as much information as they can. I think if they added spotlight hours to the Today View, that would be really cool. But outside of that, they pop up with the news when it's put up. You get the information and it's not that hard to absorb. Basic reading comprehension skill, you can decipher one of those Niantic blog posts pretty easily. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents on it. Hopefully kept this a little bit shorter, and keep up the good work, guys. Thanks.
All right, Lachlan, thank you so much for that, dude. Solid points.
Wow.
The info is there, and Lachlan's a hardcore player. So the info is there, true. It's very hard to connect the dots.
Yeah, it's like, are you willing to sit there and read through everything the night before the event?
But also, the blogs are written in a way that makes it very difficult to retain information. Like, really difficult.
And if you're lucky, you might catch a shiny one.
No, but like the fact that the dates are kind of jumbled around the page, and there's so many bullet points, and there's so many headers, and there's so many... it's just hard to retain. So, I don't know. I think there needs to be something a little different. I don't know. I wish Professor Willow would guide me. He's so great.
Professor Willow, hold my hand.
Yes. But Adam, this was a long one, but we did it. That was a show.
That was a show?
That was a show.
I thought we were just talking.
No.
I didn't know we were
you
recording.
hit record.
Was I supposed to hit record?
Yes, Adam. Thank you, everyone, for checking out the show. We really appreciate it. And check out luredup.com for everything going on with the show. You can email us, info@luredup.com. You can leave us a voicemail like Lachlan, 732-835-8639. And Adam, if that's it, I believe that will be in fact it. Is that in fact it?
That's in fact it.
Keep training trainers. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Season of Legends. Let's do it.